It's the name. So we're calling it the John Hotline. So how do you think I should start it?
Um, the John Hotline?
You think I should start it by going, "Welcome to the John Hotline, the John Shares
Or
podcast," or do you think I
picking up
should?
a phone.
You think I should? Oh,
Hi,
okay,
hello, this is 911. Hello, this is 911. What's your emergency?
okay. Let's try that instead. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that instead. That's a good idea. Hi, this is the John Shares John. Wait, no, fuck. Hi, this is the John Hotline. Who am I calling today?
Uh, I'm calling from Bangkok, Thailand. I'm Froggy.
Well, hello. Welcome to the John
I also
Hotline.
don't know.
I'm your host, the John Shares, or Joey. Um, and since this is the first episode, there's an interesting angle we can take from this. Where do we? There's technically a 9.99999999999% chance that somebody watches this and doesn't know who John Shares or Froggy is, as opposed to just the built-in audience that I have from streaming and that you have.
Um,
So maybe we'll start with that. So hi, I'm Joey. I go by the John Shares Online. This is the first episode of my podcast. I've been streaming for more than 2 years at this point. It should be more, I think. Should be more. It might be less. I know there's some people subscribed to me on Twitch who have been there for almost 2 years at this point. Um, yeah, I love video games. What about you, Froggy? What do we don't talk about this. We don't talk about this a lot. You do commission. We talk a lot. We talk like almost every day at this
I
point. We're like best
I
friends,
do
right?
art. Yeah, we kind of are like best friend. You're more like an enemy to me, but you're right. Hi, I'm Shana. I go by Froggy online. I do art and I
Ooh,
do kind of
China,
most of the art you
what's my
see
name?
on Joey's channel, both on Twitch and what and YouTube. So he basically just kind of hired me as his artist for life or something.
I said, Froggy,
Uh
you're hired. And
yeah,
I never regretted
by
that. Well, that's not
hired he
that's not
kind
entirely true. The whole
by
truth of
hired
that is I've known you since
no,
community
yeah,
college.
the whole truth is that he said, okay, Froggy, you're hired, and then he kidnapped me from my homeland and then
Okay,
just
all
locked
right,
me in his basement.
all right, okay. Bold
Yeah,
of you to
as I
assume I
said,
can afford a basement.
I do art. I I like Vincent Van Gogh and My Chemical
I like
Romance.
to draw.
I
I
also
like to
like
play
dinosaurs and
outside.
puppies. My
Yeah! I like
my favorite animal is tigers.
dinosaurs. Wow, and how old are you again? 4?
I'm I'm 22 years old. I'm only 4 days. I'm only 4 days
You're 4 days older than me,
older than
actually.
Joey. Yeah,
I laughed my ass off when I found that out. That felt cosmic to me. I
I
said it
know,
before, but
right?
I said it before, but I've known you for a while, well before I started streaming. Isn't that right?
Uh, yeah, I think it's going 2 or 3. Is it 3? 3 years already?
More than it has to be more than right, because
It's
I met
going
you
to
my
be more,
last
I
year of
think.
community college. Yeah, I think we're in year 4 at this point of knowing each other. I met you when I want to
No,
think my last year of community college, which is 1, and then I had a gap year, which is 2, and
yep.
then I had
Uh-huh.
one whole year of my second college school, which would be 3, and then this would be the fourth.
So this year is the fourth?
This year is the fourth, and then
Oh, okay.
whenever the anniversary is, not that I keep track. There was that one time where I did some internet sleuthing and I found out that you can search terms on Instagram DMs. And so I tried to
Yeah.
search for the exact terms of my first ever Froggy commission just to scroll all the way back up to see how different you talk to me
I
now versus you
remember.
talk to me
Uh-huh.
then. You were
Yeah.
so much nicer to me back then.
Oh, of course.
You were
Yeah.
it was so funny to
Oh,
to
I
be like,
was
is this the
definitely.
same person? It didn't feel like it at
Yeah.
first. It's great.
I
It's the
know,
it's
right?
the grit that comes with
It's normal.
familiarity.
it's normal. It's when I put my artist mask on, and I just met you for the first time, so
Masking, huh?
that's kind of
I know where
normal.
you are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
right. So
Anyway.
so I met you. I met you because I was actually the. So we were talking about doing this. I was also talking about doing this on stream. And I thought that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie would be a great opportunity to kind of start a podcast. Usually I just do like the little sit in front of the camera rant kind of videos. Um, but I figured for now, because I know there's one thing that you really love, and it's Five Nights at Freddy's. And you were genuinely chomping at the bits
No,
to
no.
to you were chomping at the bits to talk about this film, and I really like
Uh,
that.
no, I'm just a normal fan.
No, you're
I'm
not.
like,
Um,
I am.
but well, so basically, the reason I say I was thinking about doing the podcast, and I was like, well, you know what? Obviously, the first guest would have to be you. Also, because we're doing a whatchamacallit, it's the John Hotline. It's the John Hotline. Ring ring, bitches. Um, that was the second piece of animation I ever had you make for me, was the little thing. You did
Oh,
a
the
phenomenal job on that. One of
clinky.
the best
Okay.
things you've ever done.
Yeah, I think it's one of the first challenging animations that you had me do. Um,
Genuinely, genuinely,
yeah.
genuinely an evergreen piece of Froggy art. Um, so I found you all the way back in community college. Ironically, when I was in my college's student media group, and me and my friend Giovanni, who I almost shudder thinking about bringing him on this podcast. There, maybe I will, maybe I will, maybe I
You
will.
should.
I don't know,
You
I don't know, I
should,
don't know.
yeah.
But
To call
because I
back.
well, because I talk about him a lot. Maybe I'll just release them as I'll release. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Pretty much, I filmed three, I think, episodes of a podcast called JoJo on the Down Low with my college friend Giovanni at the time, and for the thumbnails, I was really into this one podcast that had a constant motion graphic, like a constant motion graphic playing throughout the entire thing. It was like a spinning 3D model or whatever. And I really wanted to try and emulate that. And so I had my podcast, we had the audio, we had the thumbnail. They never got uploaded though, which is ironic because I ended up scrolling through commission after commission after commission after commission after commission until I found you. And I paid you to draw my friend Brian. And we never did anything with that drawing of Brian. Ever.
I'm still,
I think I,
and
I
it was
literally just
actually one
gave
of
him
my,
the PNG for Christmas.
it's
I
literally probably one of my proudest commission I ever done too.
I
I was
refuse
like,
to believe
I thought
that.
it was really cute.
I believe you when you
Hmm?
say that, but until you've seen that man's car, I don't. I'm not going to let you speak on him.
What do you mean?
His car's a mess. I'm not going to spend the
Oh,
first episode. I'm not spending the first episode of my podcast airing out all my friends' dirty laundry. Instead, to quickly pivot. So yeah, ever since then, I found you. I found your art. And back then, I had a club budget that I would constantly use to pay you for art. And then by the
yeah, I
time,
remember.
do you have any first impressions of me?
Well, I think I probably have told you before. Well, yeah, you're kind of like I recognize you as like that one funny customer from America that I got. So when I talk to my friend about it, I would refer to, I would sort of like, hey, I had this really funny client that like, look at his reaction to my commission is so, so weird, so funny.
Weird and funny, I can take. That's pretty much how I've been described my whole life. Um,
Yeah. And then I realized that like, it meant that like we kind of have the same humor, and you were also like probably around the same age as me, so that's why I thought like,
you did not
I,
think I was around
I
the same age as you.
You're right. I lied about that. I
Don't
thought
you
you
don't
were
have
a
to
bit
lie
older
about
than
that.
me.
I've my entire life has
I'm
been
my
spent
bad.
ever since like the day I turned 16, I think everyone has assumed I was 30. And I can only imagine
Okay,
how
no,
old
I
I'll look
meant
when I'm 30.
I thought you were like I thought you were like, 3 years older than me or something. I met you when I was like around 20, 21, and I thought you were like probably well, I thought you were like graduating, so I thought you'd probably be like 23 or something.
No, sadly not. And so obvious so now we're full circle. A podcast is what brought us together as friends. A podcast is the cosmic circumstance that led me to you, and now here we are. You are the first guest on my podcast.
What an honor. Thank you.
Do you really think that's an honor, or do you think that's a punishment?
Uh, Whatever, man. It can be both. We'll see.
Um, so let's just dive right into this. I don't know how to give it any pre. Actually, there is some preamble we could give to it. What did you think of the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie? I haven't watched it. It's literally ever. I watched it in my community college's theater on Halloween in a packed theater
Aw,
full of teenagers. And by teenagers, I mean
shit.
college aged people. So it was a great experience. We literally
Oh,
just we plugged in the Paramount Plus upload of it to the school like auditorium projector, and we just played it like a movie.
okay. Well, let me say that I have been a FNAF. I have been into FNAF since I was since I was a teenager, since I was like 15, 16 or something. So,
I
the
mean,
FNAF
I would say
movie
I
announcement.
would say I've been a fan of FNAF around the same amount of time.
I know, yeah. And the FNAF movie announcement, the first announcement was like around 10, like 8, or I think like 10 years ago at this point. So I have been waiting since then for, yeah, 10 years for the actual movie. So, of course, I was really excited about it.
Okay,
The
can I?
first
Well, so
movie,
like, wait. So you were excited for the movie. You were
very
you
much,
like the video game, and so you were excited for the movie. The only I've
very
like
much,
that's
yes.
not I know that sounds like that's a really stupid thing to point out, but like specifically for a video game, when you I like for me by this point whenever I hear, especially back then when you would hear like video game into movie, it was always a horrible sign.
Yeah, I know,
So
it's a horrible, yeah.
I
I
think it
think
is genuinely a shock that we got the film that we got.
yeah, but I think to me, for any piece of media that I like, I'm just happy to get some new content. I think that's all. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if it's bad. I'm just happy that I got
Oh my
it or
god,
something.
you fucking consumer.
I'm just
You
daily, yeah, I'm
fucking
just full of
consumer.
whimsy dilly daily. I'm not that serious. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, because one
So,
of the things that made like the original Five Nights at Freddy's so cool was the fact that you didn't know shit. It was all like Easter eggs, and it was all this community push
yeah, but it
to
kicked off really fast. And the
yeah, but
lore,
like
the sec,
everything was
the following
so
games, oh, the
everything
following
was so
games
up in the air.
came after the first one really fast. So we got the lore, we got the lore like really fast. And oh God, I still remember
Can you imagine
like
if
my
the
first
movie
reaction
you go sorry, you go.
to no, I was gonna say that I still remember the first reaction to the teasers of FNAF 4 and sister locations. Like from that point on,
Oh
and
my god.
I was glued to my
Dude,
computer.
that's I have the
I
most specific vivid memory of Three's teaser. I like
Yeah,
verbatim have the memory of walking into my my this little side room that we had in our house that one Christmas my mom turned into a half art room, half game room for me and my sister.
yeah.
And I don't know, it was cute, but it was very short lived because I threw the Wii U gamepad at the TV. because I got mad playing
Oh,
Super
you
Smash Brothers online.
child.
Yes, good answer. I was a child. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but before I broke the TV, it was a really nice smart TV that had YouTube and stuff, and so I literally just sit on the floor in one of those like rocky gamer chairs, and I'd crane my neck at the TV that was like bolted to the top of the basically the top of the wall. Because that's how I would play all my video games. I pretty much had to stand up to play any video games. Because the only chairs were like rocking chairs that sat flush with the floor. Have you ever seen those gaming chairs?
Hmm.
Yeah, those like rocking gamer chairs. And I sat in that chair. It was like the most grayest morning ever, which I think because of this memory became one of my like all-time favorite weather conditions of just slow, gray, overcast morning, maybe the sound of rain.
Oh, I took yeah. It
Categorize
was
that under
raining this
weather so
morning.
good that I would get a boner. And I remember sitting down and clicking the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's 3 trailer. The London Bridge is
Hmm.
falling down, my
Hmm.
fair lady. That's the only one I remember too.
Oh, I think I got into FNAF after the FNAF 3. So I was
Really?
only in time for the teas. Yeah, only after FNAF 3.
Wait, no fucking way.
Yeah, no, yeah.
How did
I think. Yeah.
how did you ignore it for that long?
I live under the rock, I guess.
Mm, well, damn, yeah, no, because I remember I actually remember where I was. Like I can visualize where I was sitting on my childhood bed when I pulled out my phone and I saw the Markiplier notification for this is the scariest game I've ever played in like 14 years or whatever the fucking title is. I
No,
remember watching
actually,
that video because I was obsessed with horror games as a kid. I never played any of them, but I was so obsessed with scary YouTube videos and like creepy Easter egg, top 10 creepy Easter.
creepypasta.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think I was ever like super I didn't have a creepypasta phase, but since creepypasta was so tangential to like online horror and video games specifically, like one of the what is your favorite creepypasta? I know the answer.
Uh, are we talking about creepypasta now?
If you don't say it, I'll
Uh,
say it for you. It's Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned is a Majora's Mask creepypasta. So all these like really cool creepypastas were pretty much right next to me whenever I would look up scary Easter egg Mario game. And I was always obsessed with that. That's why Markiplier hit so hard when I was a kid. I also used to watch these really creepy YouTubers. I can't talk about them with you because I guarantee you don't know any of them.
I'm not sure.
Have you I it like classic YouTube video of all
Pro
time, top 10 like top 50 scariest Easter eggs in video games of all time. And
uh,
do you know the exact
well,
video I'm talking about?
no, no, no. I think I have seen, but I would just, I never clicked on
It's
it.
so because the it
It's still
was
resurface sometimes, but yeah, I never clicked on it because
I should
I'm
rewatch that
probably not
video because it's such
into,
a classic, and it used to scare the shit out of me
yeah.
when I was a kid because of the robotic voice. It would every like, you click on the video, it would go. Some viewers may find this content disturbing. Viewer discretion advised. Number 50 scary
Ah,
model in Gmod, and like I
okay.
was obsessed with it.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
about the
so
FNAF.
back to so back to FNAF. Pretty much.
Should we go back to the FNAF movie too, the first
I
movie?
mean, yeah, I like that's
Anyway,
the thing is I kind of
what
don't
I
want to
think
talk about it
of,
because I don't like any of the like video game movie adaptations we have out right now. I really have to meet them where they're at. So I was just shocked that you were excited for it. I kind of wasn't because I kind of grew up with this like well, if it's a video game movie, it's not going to be as good as the video game because A, you're not playing it, and
I
B,
know
they
it's
usually
never
mess them
gonna,
up.
yeah, it cannot be as good as a video game, but I just don't mind. I'm
You
just
just don't
happy.
mind.
And yeah, and it was better, much better than I thought. Well, first of all, the animatronics, uh, not a CGI, and
Oh my
they were
god.
actually real.
It's
That
the
was,
Henson Company. Holy
yeah, that was
holy
probably my
fuck.
favorite. the most exciting part. Like, it's probably the best news I got from the movie.
Can you imagine if this
And
movie
they
actually
look
came out on time?
came out on time.
How fucking different? Well, you know what I mean by that. How fucking different would that movie have
Yeah, I
been
know.
if it came out in like 2016?
But that's too fast.
I know exactly how
But
that movie would have
yeah.
gone if it came out in 2016. Bonnie, Chica, somebody help me! I'm losing power. Don't worry, I'm here for you. I have a backup battery.
No, 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 no.
I'm gonna beat Freddy
Get him
Fazbear.
out of here.
I'm
Get
gonna
him
beat Freddy
out. Get
Fazbear
him
just
out of
like I
here.
beat the election. It's true.
Anyway,
I'm gonna beat up Freddy Fazbear with a
I
baseball bat. It's true. And then I'm gonna put his name right on the Epstein files, right next to mine.
anyway,
Horror! I wasn't.
I
Wait a minute!
I
I wasn't on that island. Horror! 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 It's too late. I already wrote your name down.
I adore I love the animatronics so much and oh my god, I wish they were real. I remember seeing
Wish
those
they
like
were
behind
real.
the
I mean,
scenes
they
video and
are.
you just see animatronics interacting with with the crews of the YouTubers and interacting with Doggo and I'm like, oh my god, I wish that were
You wish that was
me.
you. I mean, you're telling me they've never done. Obviously, you would have to go way out of your
Uh
way, but like they've never done that in public. They've never done like a meet the Jim Henson puppets.
oh no, we don't. I don't think we have that.
Damn, I could have swore that like for some like Hollywood Halloween night or whatever in like the Universal parks, because I know they did a
I
Halloween
don't.
horror thing at Universal for specifically Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, but mm, yeah.
Yeah, you would have to leave your literal home country to go see it though. That's what I mean.
I know. Wish I can. Whatever. I got my FNAF. I got the movie. The movie is a closest thing. Dude, actually, you know what? FNAF is really. It's not that
We are
well
FNAF.
known. It is not that big. It's not that big in my home country, right? So when while the other countries already got their release date on the first movie. My local theater was still silent. So
That meth.
I
That.
personally I personally DM'd the I think like a movie
Holy
contributor or
shit!
something
What?
from my country.
Oh my
Yeah, like asking
god!
like is this movie gonna be released in Thailand and when is it gonna be released? And they just told me to like
Shut the
we'll update
fuck
you.
up! Oh my god! Someone called.
Real?
Someone put down the company
Oh
phone and
yeah.
was like, "Fuck, boss, it's her
Like
again."
hey, did
You
you
mean the
forget
same girl
about
that wanted
that?
Night in the Museum back in theaters?
No, I never do that. But yeah, I
Oh
was
my
like,
god,
hey,
bro.
there's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie like going around the world right now. Yeah, is it gonna come to our country? Yeah, I never
Unfucking
told you that,
believable.
have I?
No, I that's brand that's the John Hotline exclusive content. Unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, but that's the first movie.
No, I mean, yeah,
Oh,
we literally talked around it. Isn't it weird that they involved sleep, like dreams, so much in that movie?
yeah, in TikTok language, it's called shifting.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's actually so he actually manifested the ghost of his dead brother. He manifested the his little sister coming into the pizzeria.
No, no, just a brother, and he's not like going to the pizzeria. He was just dreaming about his the day, the missing incident, the day his brother got
Well,
kidnapped.
yeah, he was trying to like remember the face of the dude that killed his brother.
Yeah,
What do you think? How do you
yeah,
think
he
everyone was
was.
cast in that film? Because this is actually kind of the most shocking thing to me, is that of all the
Really?
things that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie did well, casting was surprisingly like A plus.
I know, right? I mean, I didn't know. I wasn't into Hunger Games, so I was not really into Josh Hutcherson
I
that
mean,
much,
I
and
had
I.
sisters, but I also wasn't like super into Hunger Games. I'm
Yeah, I thought
surprised
he
I
would.
don't know Twilight as well as I do, considering the fact that I have all my older sisters.
I when I think my impression to him was just like, oh, he's so small.
Josh Hutchers, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Josh Hutcherson, like, oh, he looks like, you know, he doesn't look as tough, and I don't know, I cannot take him seriously, but I think it was he looks like a pathetic little guy,
What the
but
fuck is your
that's what.
problem?
Dude. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm
There's
saying I
no
adore
good way to say
him.
that. That was so mean to him.
No,
It would
no,
be,
no, no,
hey.
no.
He would be so upset if he could hear you over all the money he made. They did
Oh,
so much weird continuity with it. It doesn't feel like they tried to take it doesn't feel like they tried to take the Five Nights at Freddy's lore and be like, the film, this is what Five Nights at Freddy's would have been if we did it from the start. Which
no,
I
yeah,
kind of
I
feel like they
understand.
had a
It's
good
like,
opportunity to really streamline all of this stuff, and they didn't. Instead, they were like, well, here's what it
I
could have
know.
been like.
Yeah, I know. They're kind of like, this is like this completely different plot line, right? I was
So
like,
odd.
oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird, but I'm gonna give them a benefit of a doubt. I don't really mind about, alternative timeline, plot line kind of thing because it is kind of what it happens to a lot of franchise and stuff. I just kind of didn't mind.
I mean, it certainly happened in the Mario Brothers movie. You ever seen the Mario Brothers movie?
Of course, I love it, and you just didn't
You
like it.
have? Well, no. I'm not talking about the Super
Oh wow,
Mario
you mean
movie.
the
I'm
old
talking about
one?
the '80s Super Mario movie, the one where Bob
Ah,
Hopkins broke his wrist and got drunk for the whole fucking time filming, basically.
okay. No, I haven't seen that. I think I've only seen like a
Okay,
snippet,
I
a
haven't
clip.
seen that movie either. I might have to I might have to sit you down and we might have to watch this.
Okay, yeah, I would like that.
I would hold your tongue.
What do you
That's
mean?
it's not a well regarded film. Is what I mean by that, and it's literally
Well,
one
we
of the
can watch it.
reasons video game movies have such a bad rap. The Mario Bros. Movie is the reason, like 12-year-old
Yeah.
me or whatever is like, oh, there's no way that they're gonna make a good Fighting Game movie. And nothing as cool and epic as my game, my video game.
We can watch it for shit and giggles. I love me a bad movie. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, well,
yeah.
your favorite movie's a bad movie. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Excuse
kidding.
me.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Excuse
That was a
me.
joke. That was specifically. I said that to make you
Good.
upset. I said that to make you upset on purpose.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
We good?
Yeah, we're
We
good.
good? You gonna hurt me?
Yes. No. I'm gonna keep an eye on you, but not right
Um. Yeah. So Vanessa stays in the film, but now she's his brother, or now she's his daughter, the daughter of William Afton, and also the night guard for who's paying them.
now. I think in the movie, right?
Yeah. Like
Uh
I guess so
so
is
William,
was William
so
Afton
the
just kind of
person who
throwing
offered.
his kids at the only two? Are those the only two FNAF restaurants? Or are those the only two like Fazbear Pizza restaurants? Or did he run out of kids and then just start hiring random people?
I don't think so. I mean, in the first movie, William Afton was the one who offered Mike the job, right? And I think that job wasn't meant to pay him anything. I think he was just using Mike
Well, yeah, no,
for whatever
he has that
job.
moment in the movie where he's like, "Oh, like, dude, what's your name? Mike, Mike Schmidt. Oh, like, do I have a Freddy Faz job for you, dude?" That was the whole, like, he saw Mike Schmidt and he was like,
Uh,
actually, you know what, pause that name. I low key low diffed your little brother, or I low key low diffed your older brother to death.
uh,
So let's try
little,
and go
yeah,
two
little
for.
brother.
No, it wasn't little brother, was it?
No, it was.
It was.
He was younger. It
Oh
was
my. Okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah. Okay.
fake fan.
Yeah. No. Literally. I literally.
Mhm.
I'm trying so hard to remember this film right now.
Yeah. Anyway, to wrap it up, uh, I think the
You're
first
really excited to talk
movie.
about the second one, right?
I am excited for both, but I just want to say that like I think one of the most hype moments in the first movie for me was when I oh my god the end credits. Shock number one. The first shock is the Living Tombstone
Yes.
song.
My
The
entire
second
theater sang
shock.
along.
Oh man, we don't have that.
Well,
We
remember, I watched
in
it. I watched it in my community college's auditorium, so everyone there was trying to be as obnoxious as possible because it was like fucking 8 p.m. on a college campus. There was no adults there except janitorial staff.
yeah, well
People was
In
getting
Thai
Freddy
cinemas we
Faz
just kind
jobs
of
in the corner, and no one
really
would have done
quiet.
anything.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding, or am I? I don't
Um.
know. I was busy watching the film.
Anyway, the second shock is the marionette tease when when her music box kind of started playing, and I remember I slowly turned to my friend like,
Come
shit,
on.
dude, are you hearing this?
You didn't.
Like
You thought
slow,
they were gonna do a Five Nights at Freddy's
very
2 movie and
slow.
not have it?
No, I didn't. Actually, I didn't think they were gonna do a second movie.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why I was
Because
really
you thought
shocked
the
and I
film was
slowly,
bad?
slow go. It's not,
Well, it's
it
you
wasn't
know,
the
it's
best,
an
but it was
interesting.
somewhat good.
It was not scary, but it was certainly entertaining to see how they adapted
Yeah,
it.
that's what
I was actually kind of
I
surprised.
know.
It's obviously one. I think one of the bigger critiques of the game, or one of the bigger critiques of that movie, is that they don't have him do the sit and survive Five Nights at Freddy's thing. They have him straight up like tasing the animatronics. What is it? Willy's Wonderland style? Are you familiar with Willy's Wonderland, the
Yeah,
Nick
yeah,
Cage
yeah.
movie where
Nicolas
he
Cage.
it's basically just
Yeah,
if Mike Schmidt locked the fuck in.
I love
I
it.
always come bunk.
Don't fuck with me. This is Nicolas
Nobody
Cage.
fucks with
And
me. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna beat a
no,
metal
yeah,
ostrich to death with a metal pipe. Yeah,
I
baby.
I think it's very entertaining, and I understand that. Yeah, the main complaint is about the like it wasn't like scary, right? But I
No,
think
it did have that moment
it
where a
was
guy gets
entertaining.
fucking like
I
bit in
really
half or something. That was pretty cool.
yeah, I think it was kind of comedic, not comedic, but like
Well,
comical. But yeah,
a lot of it, you have to understand is that we live the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has such a post ironic, especially when the first film came out and the most recent movie was or the most recent game was Security Breach. A lot of the horror of Five Nights at Freddy's was pretty much completely gone, and a lot of everyone that liked it. We were in kind of like a post ironic phase of the fandom, the Fazdom, if you
I
will,
know.
where everyone was just laughing because Freddy Fazbear is on screen, and Freddy Fazbear himself culturally is just a really funny character to a lot of people now. And we lost like all these characters kind of got stripped from the scary part of them,
Yeah, well,
or the
yeah.
scariness got
I think I
stripped of them.
really, I think I really like the part where Abby and the animatronics and Abby and even Vanessa and Mike were just building a fort.
Yeah, that was so odd to me.
That was so adorable. It was odd, but I like to
Because the
see it.
movie
It's just for
really,
shit and
really
giggles.
emphasizes, or really wanted to emphasize that they were kids in the suits, and they just wanted to act like kids, which is something that the the games didn't really ever do. We never
I
really
know.
saw
I
the
like that.
childish side of the animatronics. We only just saw them as things that are trying to kill you.
I know. I used to like seeing fan art of the animatronics is doing,
Well, you've
like,
made it before.
ugh, whatever, like being a kid playing together. It was really cute. Yeah, I think it was a cute movie. I think it was an entertaining movie.
And you know
And the
what?
mind is bad. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, does it? A horror film
Yeah,
makes you laugh.
same goes. What?
A horror film making you laugh.
Yeah,
It
sure.
was it just
I
it
mean,
wasn't
same
effective. It
goes.
was interesting. It was crazy what they did with it. It pretty much just having somehow having Mike be the like he's just trying to go from job to job, and his aunt was just like, I want that, I want your fucking sister for tax purposes, and so she accidentally gets like three people and herself killed at the pizzeria.
Well, we learned in the second movie that she is not dead, that she is alive, but I'm glad she's
No,
just
no,
stay
she's
out of the
not.
way right now. Yeah, no, she's not.
She's absolutely. Oh, wait, are you saying that line where she was like, "Well, ever since your aunt." Wait a minute, did that go? Did that
I
did the aunt whatever her name was fucking get murdered by Golden Freddy or not?
No, I mean we only saw her knocked out,
Oh
but
my god,
I
she
think
wasn't
the
killed.
not really. I think in the second movie there was a line saying that she kind of went insane or whatever. So I think that like
I did not.
it
Oh my
doesn't
god.
really imply. I don't know.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that
I
in a
think she's
second,
not really dead.
because I actually didn't
Okay.
tell you. I mean, you can kind of assume what happened to me, but I didn't tell you. I'll tell you in a bit. What the story that led to us watching the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. But overall, I was actually kind of shocked by the fact that it was a film and not a constant disaster. It also had a lot of YouTubers. It also made me realize how many YouTubers I just don't fucking recognize. Like we've talked about this before. I did not know who Corey X Kenshin was at all.
I mean, I was already excited when I saw him in the first movie. I really didn't know that he would show up again in this movie, and I'm just really
I
happy
mean,
to
yeah,
see
that
him.
did
I
that did
think
shock me
he's
too.
one of the most beloved. Yeah, he's one of the most beloved YouTubers.
Yeah, and
I think
I
it's yeah, I
only
think it's nice to
I
see him.
never I think maybe I've seen a few of his clips, like the one where he accidentally says a guy character from Mortal Kombat had a fat ass. But yeah, hey,
Yeah.
hello, oh, or whatever it was. But I did not know him from anything other than the taxi guy in Five Nights at Freddy's. And
That's just okay.
you think so? You'll forgive me? I'm exonerated.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
You
forgive
wanna
you.
try doing something? We're gonna take a break here for 5 seconds, and I'm gonna see if I can ad lib an ad read. Are you ready?
What's that?
Okay. The John Hotline is a show brought to you by Mana Potion Coffee. ManaPotionCoffee.com brings you USDA organic shit. USDA. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. Mana Potion Coffee offers USDA organic, eco-friendly. Is it eco-friendly or fair trade? Fair trade. That's the second thing. I've done so many of these ad lib things that I sometimes forget. Anyways, Mana Potion Coffee brings you USDA organic fair trade coffee in a variety of brews: light, dark, medium, and decaf. It's also a place where you can find a glorious array of fantasy and D&D themed teas, such as the Sharpshooter, the Tea-Mancer, and let's round this one out. Let's round this one out. Come on, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got? There's the Goblin one. There's the Peach Earl tea that's really good, and then third one. The succubus. It might be the succubus. I'll just say the succubus. That's the one I have in my closet, or that's the one I have in my tea cabinet. Go to ManaPotionCoffee.com and use code Joey, that's Joey, for 15% off your first bag of coffee. Or you can also support the show and the John Chairs by buying merch at Mana Potion Coffee. Links in the description below. Feel free to get yourself a John Chairs sticker sheet Volume 1 or the all-new The John Chairs Chairman's Building poster. That is an 11 by 17 matte finish plastic print that looks amazing anywhere, including in a picture frame. All drawn by Froggiee.
Yay!
Thank you for watching The John Hotline, and now Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Don't forget to go to ManaPotionCoffee.com for John Chairs merch, coffee, and more. How was that? Do you think that was good?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
maybe
cool.
I'll put pre-recorded ads in. next time. Maybe I'll do pre-recorded ads. I'll just have a single ad spot, and I'll just use it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I could.
Anyways, for the Friday Nights at Freddy's 1 movie was fine. And then Friday Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out, and I'll just say, what was your initial thoughts on it? Because we haven't really talked about it. Like, personally, me and you haven't really talked about it. I tried to avoid as many spoilers and reviews as I possibly could have.
Well, I was lucky that I got to watch it like maybe a day, a few hours before America. Anyways, initially I really liked it. As a fan, I really loved it. But I admitted like there were a lot of like hype moments for the fans. I
The
think,
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie was all hype moments and aura farming.
yeah,
Shut the
yeah, the
fuck
aura
up.
farming.
You're right. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're right. There was some
I'm so
unbelievable moments in that film
yeah.
that I could not possibly fathom writing in a piece of horror fiction.
I know, right?
I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's not
Right,
horror
I
fiction at
know.
this point.
Yeah, I know it. Okay, I know it's not that. It's really not that good. The
Well,
story and
that's the thing.
something. It's still.
I watched that whole thing. I really didn't come out of it hating it like everyone thought. Like you said, I was gonna hate it, and I came out of it. I was like, I was entertained.
Yeah, it was really entertaining.
It wasn't a boring film, but I don't
It
think
was fucking funny.
well, yeah, I just don't think it set out to do what it wanted to. But it was a thoroughly entertaining piece of film. It
I think I liked it
started.
because it was just.
You liked it because
I really like it because it was just really funny. It makes me laugh, something like that.
type shit, twin, type shit. I
Type shit, right?
type
Okay.
shit. Right, so it started with there was a second. So there's two. That's another thing I didn't really get about this movie is apparently Abby can just get on her bike and go to the second pizzeria. There are two pizzerias, assumably in the same exact town, with almost identical layouts, sans a river ride, which was insane, and they're like, are they on opposite sides of the town? How close are they?
I have no idea.
Because
But
Abby
we
goes
know
on a
that
bike ride to it, so it can't be that far away.
yeah, but we know that it was abandoned, and actually I think it was pretty. Yeah, I know, right? We don't know how far it is, but
And
um,
so here's the thing that really bugged me about the movie. Because there was one thing, there was one part that I really didn't appreciate, and it was the marionette.
mhm.
I don't really know why the
They
marionette
changed a lot of.
possesses people now.
Yeah, they changed a lot of like. I think they changed her main motive quite greatly in this movie.
Yeah,
Like she is now just a vengeful spirit who wants to kill people. When in the game, she just wants to,
yeah, she wanted
you
to
know,
protect the kids that got
help those
murdered.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was the one that put their souls in the animatronics in the first place, and now she was stuck
yeah.
in a
Now that
permanent
we,
state of hating adults because she was stabbed to
yeah, now
death,
that we think,
and they all
yeah,
ignored her.
now that we're talking about it, now I think this is her entirely new motive, and it just kind of,
I just think it was weird that she
I don't
possessed
want to.
people. I don't. I think
Yeah,
I
it
would have been
is
fine with
weird.
everything else they did if they just didn't make her have weird ghost powers that she just doesn't have. Like, you say what you want about all the other animatronics, they pretty much do exactly what they do in the games, which is just be a robot and kill people.
Yeah.
No, there's never
One thing
been
I'm
like
really
that
sad
level
about,
of paranormal activity in the franchise before.
and yeah, and one thing I'm really sad about is that like we don't because of the possession thing, we don't get to see Marionette as the Marionette, but we only see her
Yeah,
in
you're right about
like
that.
the actor's
We never.
form, and
Yeah.
I just don't because I think her model, her animatronic is really cool. Like in the
It's
first scene where she
scary
was,
too.
horrifying me. Yeah, it's scary and it's really cool. I genuinely got goosebumps when she like emerged from the floor,
So I should probably
holding
say this
child.
first. So me and editor Matt wanted to watch the film, and we both got to my apartment. I was coming from upstate, and he was coming from New Jersey, and we both met back at my apartment at like 7:15, and we left to go to a movie theater at like 7:30, and we were gonna be really late to the movie. So I was like, "Hey, tell you what, our bus is coming really, really late. So let's." So I quickly changed it up, and I was like, "Hey, this bus will get us to the film at 8:30, but this bus will get us there at like 8:15." So I took that bus to go to a different theater, and it turns out that other theater wasn't playing the film. So we completely missed it. And I was like, hey, don't worry about it. This movie theater says they're
Don't
showing.
worry.
Don't worry. This movie theater says, it was at 8. It was at the first showing was at 7:30. We missed that one. We got there at like 8 or whatever. Hey, don't worry about it. This one says it's at 8:30, and we'll be only a few minutes late to that one. So we went all the way to this other movie theater. We got on another bus all the way to this movie theater. It was like a 10-20 minute bus ride and a walk. And then we get to that theater,
Don't fret.
and the doors closed. There's people in there, and there's this like ATM machine out front that you're supposed to buy the tickets on. We're fiddling with it. We're like knocking on the door. We're like, "Whoa, what's happening?" Eventually, somebody stops fucking ignoring us, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we don't allow people to buy tickets after a certain amount of time. The counter's closed for today." And I was like, "Oh, what? We're just trying to go see We're late for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie." And he was like, "Do you have friends in there?" And this is the part where a younger Joey would have lied his ass off and gone, "Absolutely, yes, we do. We're trying to meet them." But I've become so awkward and genuinely autistic in my old age of 22 that I looked at him and I was like, are you going to like check if we have friends in there? Are you going to make us like go out and point you to them? And I think he was just trying to give me an out. I really, like, looking back on it, I think he was just trying to be like, "Hey, man, just say you have friends in there so I can let you in." But I looked at him and I was like, I literally verbatim, I was like, I just can't lie to you about that, man. I'm sorry. And he fucking closed the doors on us. And we looked at each other and we were like, okay, I guess we aren't going to fucking see it in theaters. And we looked at each other and we're like, I guess we'll go sail the high seas. And so we then spent, it was just supposed to be like a 30-minute bus ride home. But we got on, we walked super far to this bus stop, and we actually did, I don't know if you've seen the rock bottom episode of SpongeBob, where like every time he looks away, he looks and the bus comes and he misses it.
Mhm.
We did that over and over and over again for almost 30 minutes. We got home at 10. We got closer to the movie theater at 8:30. We got home around like 10:30. It was genuinely batshit insane. We missed the bus. Then we got on a bus. The bus took us uptown instead of downtown. And then we went to another bus. And then that bus took us to another bus. And that bus and another one. And another one. And we spent like 30 minutes waiting for one bus. And eventually we got home. And we just ordered Mexican food. Called it a day. Sat down and watched a very poor cam rip of the film. So there's a lot of parts that
Yeah.
didn't exactly connect with me just because of how low resolution the screen was. And also
Really?
because did the audio would
Really?
yeah.
Dead
But we
ass?
got to watch it
Oh my
in the comfort
God.
of my living room with enchiladas, which is pretty much the exact amount of money I would have spent on the movie ticket anyways.
Uh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh man, enchiladas are so good though, dude. Ugh.
That's
Do you like
unfortunate,
Mexican food?
but at least you get it one.
Do you
What?
like Mexican food?
Of course, I don't get to have it that much, but I do.
Oh, great Mexican place by my apartment. I'll have to show you sometime. Um,
You're saying that like I live there.
you'll come visit New York City one day. I'm sure you will. But and when you do, I'll
Pay
make
me.
pay you. Yes. Um, it well that's so she possesses people, and the whole time it was such a dark film that it was really hard to see things because of how low resolution the screen was. But like the fact that she possesses people and they get the gray eyes and the tears and they start spindly walking around, I was like, why? You know, and they and she
I
and the
yeah.
marionette possesses Abby. That was a
I don't
crazy
really understand
that
that
was a
part.
crazy talk shit get hit moment. Because the whole time I'm like, you know, Abby, these animatronics are not your fucking friends. And I really wanted that to be the moment where she's like, that's not your friend. You got possessed. You almost got murdered. These animatronics, for the second, mind you, the second time you almost died with these animatronics, they're not your friend. But, oh my fucking god, even worse. Froggy, tell me about this part of the film. Tell me about the part of the film where Josh Hutcherson goes into the original, technically the older, the second Five Nights at Freddy's location, the one from the first movie, the original one in our eyes, goes to
Oh
that
my
fucking
God. Uh-huh.
pizzeria and goes, guys, if you can hear me right now, I really need your help. No.
Me and
Okay.
my brother,
You
me
guys
and my
never
brother
cared about him
started
anyway.
tweaking. Like,
I
no, don't. You cannot tell me. You cannot
you
look at
can't
me in
see
the
my
eye and
face, but I'm
seriously tell
face
me
palming
that
so hard.
they like seriously were going to go through with it. And I was telling my brother like, oh my god, please don't be real. Even though it's gonna be really fucking funny, and I don't honestly I don't regret
I
seeing
don't regret a thing
that
I've
scene
done.
at
God damn it, I
all.
don't regret a thing. Yes, so the toy animatronics and Michael Afton, who was incredibly well cast in this film. I genuinely
I know,
kudos to the
right?
casting director because they really knocked it out of the park with these. Abby and our guy is Mike Schmidt, right? Our guy is Mike Schmidt.
Yep.
Because originally Mike Schmidt was an alias of Michael Afton. Michael Afton now, instead of being this like I will pay for my father's crimes guy, is straight up just like, yeah, I think my father was right. I like killing kids too, like my dad, which is
So basically,
insane.
he's just like Elizabeth in the game.
Yeah, and the weird thing about that was he brings these paranormal investigators into the pizzeria, and they all fucking die, obviously, because they split up, which is insanely stupid. Because
Yeah,
if I'm filming something, what do you think I'm gonna do? Stay with
like
the
especially
fucking
in the
camera.
supposedly.
It's not even that like the cameraman dies because Mangle got him. I'm sure Mangle would have low diffed 3 human people. I'm just so it's so mind boggling that like one person has a camera, no one else is recording. None of them have their own personal cameras. None of them have anything. They all one camera guy, and they all immediately fuck off. How are you getting that footage? What are you doing? Go get the fucking camera guy. That was the part of the movie that was like I was like stop, go get him. He's missing all this cool shit. We could have got a possession live on camera. Which I don't care if you get possessed. I don't think that girl. I think that girl dies because she gets possessed and then we
That yeah,
never
she
see her
did.
again. The vessel like
Yeah.
transport. Well, no, because the vessel transports from I guess the marionette to from the girl to the marionette to the girl back to the marionette. And then after Josh comes in, I keep calling him Josh instead of Mike. After Mike Schmidt comes in and fucking unties Vanessa or whatever, we just never hear about that girl again, I think, right?
Yeah. I think we saw her corpse and then yeah, we just
Like,
never
damn,
see
that
her
sucks,
again. Yeah,
bro.
I think. Yeah.
That could have been on camera. Think about the found footage film. I love all the Five Nights at Freddy's VHS games. But yes, so Michael Afton, whose literal motive is just I think my dad I want to keep doing what my dad did.
I'm gonna continue my dad. Yeah.
And he he leads all these kids in to get murdered again, and then somehow they release Charlotte, and he just goes, "Welcome back, Charlotte," which is weird because like, wouldn't she fucking hate you? Why would the marionette not want to kill the person that killed her son? And I guess he kind of fucked off for the rest of the film. He didn't mess with any of the toy animals. He showed up at the last second to kind of emote on Vanessa, Mike, and Abby to be like, well, the toy animatronics are gonna kill you. They're gonna fucking kill you now. And then
Don't talk about my goat like that. I like him.
I liked him too. He
Make
just
fun
didn't
of
do
him.
anything. He had a weird motivation. He didn't do anything.
I know,
And then-
right?
and then,
He just came.
of
Dude,
course,
he
the
literally just
fucking-
came. He just comes on screen to mock the other
know what I
characters
don't
and
remember?
to mute and just fuck off.
I don't remember him getting arrested.
No, he just
gets
got knocked out by
clothespined
Jeremiah.
By Jeremiah.
Yeah, he just got knocked over, and then we just never see him again. We don't know where he went. He probably
You can't do that with an antagonist
stay
in
there.
the film. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to realize why people call this film shit. Because the main antagonist just leaves. He just rage quits the movie. He says, I don't want to play with you guys anymore. You guys hurt me. And then, of course,
Exactly.
the moment you've been waiting to talk about, easily the funniest scene in the entire film.
This is the funniest shit in the movie
Probably
history
in horror
or
film
in the
history.
FNAF franchise. Yeah.
Truly in horror film history. All the animatronics, all the original animatronics, burst into the house and annihilate all the toy animatronics one by one. And at first, I really didn't get it. At first, I failed to understand because, I thought they were evil. I don't know why they were helping Abby. I know they were friends with her, but like, I couldn't understand it. And then I remembered Garrett is like, is it Garrett? Is Freddy Fazbear. He's like, his spirit's in the body of Freddy Fazbear.
I'm not sure if Garrus is in any of the animatronics because in
Was he-
animatronics
was he-
there
was he
were
Golden
they were
Freddy?
already
Golden Freddy didn't show up in this movie.
No, not even Golden Freddy. I think Garrett is just we still don't know where Garrett's soul went.
Are you serious?
But
Hell.
yeah, but it's in none of those 5 animatronics.
Oh, okay. So then whatever I was going to say actually makes no fucking sense. Because I was going to say, well, at first, when I was watching that scene, as much as I was laughing through all of it, I couldn't figure out why they were doing it. And then it kind of
No,
cuts to
because-
Garrett in the living room. And I was like, oh, that's right. His ghost is with them. He's protecting his family.
Yeah,
And
no, that's not
no.
that's not Garrett. I think that was Cassidy, the most quote unquote the most vengeful spirit in Golden Freddy.
But no,
I
absolutely
think,
not. Absolutely not. It couldn't have been.
It is.
No.
Yes, Joey.
I will fact check that. I refuse to believe that.
Oh, really?
Really, really.
Oh, you're gonna fact check. Okay. So I fact check that. It's not like your guest today because I'm a FNAF fan or anything.
So you're saying if I had
But, it's-
if I had Donald Trump on my podcast, if you're saying I had Donald Trump on the John Hotline, I shouldn't fact check him? You're saying
what I'm
if
saying
I
is,
had
to
Jeffrey
True.
Epstein on the John
And-
Hotline, I shouldn't fact check him.
fact check him about what?
The kids.
Anyway, to answer your question,
What's
to answer
what's
your
one thing you can
question-
say about what's one thing you can say in a conversation about Five Nights at Freddy's and Jeffrey Epstein? So how about the kids?
kids.
So yeah, I guess I don't know why they do that.
Oh yeah, no, because you remember in the first movie, like at the end, so the animatronics just they were reminded who killed them, so they kind of turned against Afton, and they just became good.
Yeah, well, oh my god, no wonder this movie is shit. Oh my god. We're pulling at it in real time and I'm like, "Oh my god, none of this is holding up."
I know, I told you.
And so
I told you you
yeah,
would hate this
so
movie.
the all the characters just kind of beat each other up and die, and then William Afton just gets clothespinned and nothing else happens to him. And then out of nowhere, even though Vanessa was like, actually no, fuck you, brother. I stand, this is my family here. Mike and Abby, didn't she literally say that? She's like, this is my family. Like hugging Mike and Abby in protection. And then immediately after their lives are safe, Mike goes, "What? Fuck you. Get the fuck away from me, you freak."
Okay,
That
but to
was
be fair,
no.
she also. Oh wait, she also like there's a lot of things that she hasn't told him
Yeah, but
about
like
what what she did in the past. Is she helped? She probably had something to do with his brother too.
well,
She
either
probably like
way, like
covered it
he
or
already
something.
knew
Yeah, and
some
she
of this
didn't.
and like he could have guessed. And the fact that he kept learning new and new things, for me it only makes sense because she's been in a coma the whole fucking time. She's been in a coma since like the time in between the two movies, and she like just woke up recently, and she's going through PTSD and all this stuff. And Mike is just like, actually, fuck you in your recovery. Fuck you. I don't trust you. You're just like your family for some reason. Even though you literally like disavowed your family in front of your brother to protect us. Fuck you. And then she just sits there in the house and she's like, huh? And then the marionette crawls up her ass. And that's the end of the film.
Yeah, it is pretty upsetting. It's pretty upsetting for me that like after all the work that she's been trying to, cope with all her issues and stuff, and now it's just kind of for nothing
Literally
because of
for
this.
nothing.
I think that is pretty
It's
upsetting.
so
Yeah, I
weird.
think that's pretty upsetting. But I think from then on, what I'm interested to see is whether she's just gonna be the marionette, or she's
Oh
just
my
gonna
god,
become
yeah. You think she's
Vanessa,
gonna be Vanny?
Vanny,
Vanny. Oh, was this supposed to be her heel turn?
because she.
Did they accidentally write her
I
as a
have
good
no
character, and now
idea.
they're trying to make her? Now they're trying to be like, all right, how
It
do we
feels
bring
like
this
that.
like
It
really
feels like
sweet love
that.
interest for Mike Schmidt, and then do a hard 180 into bunny serial killer?
It feels like
Oh
that
my
now. Oh my
god,
god.
fuck. um, do you have any wrapped up? You want to wrap up your thoughts on the FNAF movie really quick?
I do have some points like such as about the voices of the toy animatronic. I really do like Megan Fox as Toy Chica, but for I think
Oh, MatPat,
for
yeah.
Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie were kind of unexpected for me. I was expecting, Mad Pat's voice, not like a high pitched Mad Pat or something. So I was
Yeah,
like,
I
that was
could
Mad Pat.
not. I did not hear Matt Pat at all in that film. I was a
I
little disappointed by
know. I
that. I
was
would
a
have preferred
little.
him
I know.
not be
I know,
Toy
right?
Bonnie if it meant I wasn't going to be able to hear him.
My name is Bonnie.
I am so
Can we be
funny.
friends, Debbie? And I'm also pretty disappointed that I didn't get to see Bonnie and Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy to actually kill anyone. And they were so, I was like, just do it, man. And they were just standing
Oh
there
my god,
horrified,
you're
me, like, oh,
right.
I'm gonna kill you. And
Yeah.
they're not killing
Toy
you.
Bonnie was
Like,
so fucking. It's not even that Toy Bonnie was
just do
so weird.
it.
It's that like the mom in the Toy Bonnie scene is just like and like doesn't leave the house.
Yeah, don't. They're like, then just fucking run or something.
No survival instincts on these fucking boomers,
Kill
bro.
us. I know.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god,
and
Toy Freddy got a car
toy.
crashed into him too. That was
Man,
fire.
you like
Yeah,
that?
I like that a lot. That was funny as fuck.
Dude, I can't with Toy Freddy just standing there all stupid, like his fat ass just standing there all stupid all along, and he's just not doing anything. I'm sorry for calling him fat, but yeah. And there was a lot of and there was a lot of the Ultimate Customized voice lines and
Yeah,
references
you noticed all of them,
to
and you were
that
like,
too.
I was
That
kind of live texting you while watching it with my friend, and you were constantly like,
yes.
"Did you get that reference? Did you get that reference?" I was like, "No, no, what,
Dude, it was yeah. I just know that it
what?"
was gonna be worse if I were in that room with you. I'm gonna be so fucking obnoxious
Good for you,
and
though. I'm glad you
annoying.
cared enough about this
I'm gonna
movie.
be I'm gonna be turning to you every 5 seconds. I'm like, did you see that? Oh my god, did you see that? Did you get that? There was a reference to the voice line in the Ultimate Custom Nights and in the book and yada yada. Oh my god, talking about the
Like,
baby,
girl, did you
dude.
even play Ultimate Custom Night?
Well,
It's okay. I only
anyway,
played Sister. I think I only played Sister Location and Pizzeria Simulator and Security Breach.
I think I played the first
Oh, I played
game.
the second game on the bus to school all the time.
I cannot play the second game. I think it's too overwhelming for me. Anyway, the moment baby showed up on screen, I think I almost peed myself. I could have
Yeah,
like
you're
jumped out of my
right.
seat. That was nothing I just did not expect that at all. It could be anyone, but it's fucking baby. I
Maybe
almost
Five Nights at
fucking
Freddy's
screamed
3
in the
will
theater. I'm
have
like,
will have both
yeah.
Faz whatever and Baby. Maybe Baby will show up in that.
But like that's like the fifth game in in the game timeline,
Yeah, I
and
don't think they're going to
I'm
be
not gonna lie,
adapting Five Nights at Freddy's 4 into a film format at all.
I know, right? I think I cannot wait for that, and I'm not gonna lie that I'm pretty much not excited for the third movie
Oh,
because
shut up. No way.
well I just don't like the third game.
Oh, boo-hoo. I think that
I'm
game
not
rocks.
ah
Wah.
well I don't know. I don't know, whatever. It's not. Okay, wait. I'm gonna be excited for it in some level anyway, but I just don't. I just really don't know how they are gonna execute it. Honestly, how are they gonna do the Phantom? What are the Phantoms even for?
Yeah, I mean, they're hallucinations.
So next movie, Mike is just gonna
God, every
be
budget is gonna get the budget's
hallucin.
just gonna keep getting inflated over and over and over again because they're just gonna have to keep making the same fucking animatronics over and over again.
Yeah,
Think about
exactly.
it. There's already three Freddy animatronics. Right, the Wizards showed up in the film and they were great.
Oh my god, yeah, we forgot to talk about that game mechanic scene. I think that was
That was to
what
me
do you
that
think
was
of
kind
it?
of
I
well
think it was
done.
pretty cool.
I think
Yeah, I know,
they
right?
implemented the mask part of it as good as they could have.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny because like Mike would just be like scared like a scaredy kitten, and then just put on a
Yeah,
mask, and I think it
what
was
did they
really
do with
funny. I cannot take it
Foxy?
seriously.
With Foxy, they made it so like his scanner didn't work, but then
I think that was cool.
his scanner didn't work, but he didn't flash his flashlight at him. He just like stood in the room for like an extra 5 seconds. Just oh, don't worry, I'll give you an extra 5 minutes for him to like disable the Wi-Fi or whatever. Like Foxy got him, and then they didn't do anything.
They were okay. Well, they were withered. They were probably slow.
Well,
We can forgive him on that.
yeah.
I can forgive him on that.
So that movie just fucking
I'm done.
boggles my mind now that I'm really chewing at it. I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't. You know, if I wrote a film,
Uh,
where the main antagonist just disintegrates at the end of it, I think I would lose some points on my grade. Um,
get, get Scott Cawthon out of the writing room.
yeah, and like, what his motivations were just that he wanted to do what his dad did. That's so fucking
I think it was
crazy.
a pretty cool
Does he
movie.
know his dad is dead?
Yeah,
Does he know? Does he know William Afton gets fucking murdered at the beginning of the game? Because like, if he knows
I
that,
know,
wouldn't he
right?
try to
Does he
find
know?
the Springtrap body in the first restaurant?
Yeah, what if he doesn't know? Because basically, Springtime was just left there.
Did he snow?
I think he's gonna find out in the. Does he know? I think he's gonna find out in the next movie, and then he's gonna be like, save probably save him from the
Yeah,
fire
he.
or
Oh,
something like
okay.
in the game.
And I suppose
I can
you're
see
going to
that.
find out who my guest is on the next episode of the John Hotline when that comes out.
I hope it's as you said. I hope it's Epstein or something, so we can talk. We can fact check him about the
Yo,
kids.
Epstein, what were you doing with all those kids, man? Oh, shit, man. I knew you were going to want to talk about that. Now whoever the second guest is, I'm going to have to be like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not equating you to Epstein. Thank you so much for coming on today. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you so much for having me as your first
Of course,
guest
I will see
on
you.
Don't
Hopefully, I'll
Share
see you back on the
Hotline.
show. That'll have to be later, though. I have some people lined up, I think, in my head. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not even going to ask people where they can find you because I know where they can find you. I know where they can find you, and that'll be in the description below. If you like Froggiee as much as I do, and you probably do, well, you probably don't actually, I'm pretty competitive about it. You can find her at froggie.twitter, that's with 2 E's and 2 G's. And you can find her on froggie.twitch, that's once again with 2 E's and 2 G's. Thank you very much for watching The John Hotline. I will see you all next time.